Hello Reformers, and welcome to me preparing for Dark Souls PvP. Yes, this is going to be quite an ordeal, I have to say. I did not have the greatest time actually progressing through these areas. Now, as you can see, we are currently in the catacombs, as I thought we'd start off by joining a PvP-focused covenant. And to do that, the easiest covenant to join, for me at least, at this particular level, is probably the Dark Moon Covenant, or should I say the Dark Moon Blades even. So I am now currently heading from the Catacombs Bonfire and having some rather major difficulties with these skeletons because I don't have a divine weapon and I haven't killed the necromancer in this area. So we are going to have to deal with constantly respawning skeletons, which is just absolutely lovely, isn't it? So as you can see here, we have a giant one try to kick me in the face, and that was rather mean of him, wasn't it? And I almost die, but I do indeed get the Dark Moon Seance Ring, which is required to join the Dark Moon Blades Covenant. So we were successful there, but unfortunately, on my way out, I was sniped by the archers. And here we are again. We are at the same Catacombs Bonfire, and I get hit by the exact same spikes once again, but this time we are aiming for something completely different. We're going to go down here and head for this little white shiny on the right there, there we are, and pick up the Great Scythe, which is going to be our main weapon of choice for our PvP build. I have not had a lot of practice with scythes in the past, but there, as you can see, it has very good scaling with dexterity. So now, here we are. We traveled to Anor Londo, and I am lighting the Dark Moon bonfire, I believe, and what is required here is to equip the Dark Moon Seance Ring in front of this statue, and now you will see what happens. Aha, it disappears entirely. Oh yes, so now we are able to traverse downstairs and then we will interact with a certain NPC.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of myself, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me. O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shalt protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon. Very well. Now thou art a blade of the Dark Moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the Dark Sun.
Oh yes, so there we are, we have joined the Dark Moon Blades Covenant, and we are now able to invade the worlds of sinners. And now, the only way I was able to actually acquire one of these infinite use invasion orbs was either to join the Dark Moon Blades or the Dark Wraith Covenant. Now, the Dark Wraith Covenant, you actually need to defeat the 4 kings, and now, you know my playthrough of Dark Souls. I haven't even defeated the 4 kings just yet, and I have no idea what they're even about. So I thought to myself, yeah, we're not going to go for the Dark Wraith. So I thought, well, what other PvP covenants are there? And there we are. Dark Moon Blades came up, and I thought, well, the Gravelord Covenant is mainly for higher level PvP, so I thought, well, maybe I will just go with the Dark Moon Blades and see how that goes, because I think it will probably turn out quite well, but the main problem I'm having at the moment is that nearly all sinners will probably be rather experienced players and potentially a lot better at it than I am. So I was hoping to actually invade people that were around average skill level, similar to myself. Otherwise, it would be a rather hilarious attempt at trying to punish the guilty, as it were. As that is what the Dark Moonblade Covenant is all about, punishing the guilty, and all of the sinners who have killed neutral NPCs and invaded others who have been indicted. So yes, I was hoping to actually join the Dark Wraiths first, and get a good handle on how to invade and how it works and everything, but yeah, as I say, the Four Kings and being able to progress from there, that was actually not going to happen with this character. It was just too much of a large undertaking at the moment. I mean, if I had defeated the Four Kings with my series character, then I would have thought, well, maybe I can give it a go, you know, maybe I can do it, but I think this is not really going to go that well if I went with this character, so I thought I'd pass on it for now and just join the Dark Moon. So, as you can see here, we are in New Londo Ruins, and I am progressing forward to try to find the very large ember, I believe, is what we are trying to seek. And at the moment I am getting beset upon by large numbers of ghosts, which aren't very friendly at all. And I'm hoping to find an NPC here who will give me a key of sorts, and then that will allow me to progress further into the ruins and potentially find what is required to ascend my great scythe from +10 to a +15, hopefully. So hopefully we will find him soon enough. Yes, here he is.
Oh, hello. You've acquired the Lord Vessel, have you? Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the Four Kings, whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The Four Kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the Dark Wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Oh yes, that is exactly why I was a little apprehensive about joining the Dark Wraiths. I had no idea how to actually acquire what is required to get into the Abyss, as it were. I have no idea whatsoever, as I do not like to give myself spoilers. And yeah, so it was not really going to be very realistic for me to try and join the Dark Wraiths just yet. I may join it with another character in the future at some point, but yes, at the moment with this one, I think I will be the punisher of the guilty, as it were, so yes. But as you can see here, I am currently getting lost in New Londo Ruins. And we're having quite a tough time with the ghosts. But hopefully I decide that I'm going to jump off here. Yes, thank you very much, okay. Past me. And then we will head into another wrong room and go outside. Yes, there we are. Okay, after we kill this one ghost, of course. And I'm still getting used to the scythe as well. That is quite a tricky weapon to use effectively. I do have very high amounts of respect for people who use that, and especially in PvP. So hopefully I'll be able to pull it off no problem at all and maybe be somewhat effective with it. Who knows? We will see when we get down to it, won't we? Yes. So now, here we are at the seal, I believe, and we'll need to push this around to open the floodgates. Oh yeah, so now as you can see down there, there are actually a couple of drakes, and I believe this is actually the area named the Valley of Drakes, but it is a separate entrance to the New Londo ruins, as obviously you have to acquire the key to the seal before you can open them. So yes, there we are, and now I'm actually going to be ambushed by, I believe it is actually a Dark Wraith itself, so hopefully we can take him down not too bad at all. And yes, as you can see there, I didn't take too much time to kill him, and there was a small cut there because I actually took some time to kill those drakes for whatever reason, as I spotted a shiny and it just happened to be the Brigand set with a couple of other bandit oriented armor and weapons. But we are now progressing further into New Londo, and hopefully we will be coming across the very large ember shortly. And here I am being very cautious indeed, because these guys have an ability, I think you will see it a little bit later, that enables them to effectively kill you instantly if they can land it. So I think it should be rather amusing once I get hit by this thing over here. I believe this is the area. Yes, yes. And here comes another enemy which I am not fond of either. You will see. Now, I don't really find these guys too threatening, only apart from the fact when you get slowed or you have no stamina left, they can be quite threatening indeed. Because then obviously they use their unique ability to practically kill you. So as you can see here, I am slowed, and the only way I can move is by rolling, and this is the ability. Yeah, that guy really took me down, no problem at all, because I was slowed by the goo that was spewed by that rather nasty individual over there. I believe it is a blob of something. I don't know the official name for it, so my apologies for that. I don't really look up these things, as I say before. I don't like to give myself spoilers, but yes, I suppose looking where the very large ember is a spoiler in itself. But yes, I thought that was a necessary evil anyway, to make a PvP character for you all. So yes, now I went the wrong way, so I checked the wiki again to make sure I knew where it was. So I am now back in the original place where I killed that large enemy, and now another Dark Wraith is coming to ambush us. Yes, they do have a very cool shield though, I must say. And he tried to do the grab on me once again. I'm not entirely sure whether that is an instant kill or whether it just kills you at low HP, but I wouldn't like to find out really. So now we can head up the spiral staircase and maybe pick up that shiny over here. Yes, Soul of a Brave Warrior, not bad. I may need that later on. And I believe a few more turns to go and we will come across a chest, and the chest will have something very nice in it indeed. Oh yeah. There we go, very large ember.
Well, I'll be. That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you leave that ember with me? I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that. Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Oh yes. So now, let us go to ascend our great scythe. And now it is a +11, oh yes. So, let's get to reinforcing it to even higher stage. Oh yes. There we go. Oh yeah, super fast mode right there. And +15, strongest weapon. Oh yeah, nice achievement there. And now we are heading into Senes Fortress for a very important item that I just happened to miss in my main playthrough of this, which was rather unfortunate. I believe you did actually tell me about this in the comments, but I was a little skeptical whether I could find it with that character, as he is a little bit slower than this one that I'm currently using. So yes, this one could roll out of the way very quickly and be able to run fast and so forth. So now, yes, we'll take out that Serpent Priestess very easily indeed. Plus 15. Great Scythe is absolutely amazing on the damage side. As you can see, we just two-shot everything. And now we will wait for the boulder. Oh yes, now run! Yes, now this is the part where I thought I may be a little bit too slow with Barney. But yes, there we are. And it is a covetous gold serpent ring, and then I get hit by a boulder. How lovely. Now, with the covetous gold serpent ring equipped, we are going to farm a few souvenirs of reprisal to get to the first rank in the Darkmoon Blades, as you do need these items called the souvenirs of reprisal to level up in the Covenant, and that will provide you with more power to the miracle that you want to use to defeat people. So all I did was come up here and go back to the bonfire, come up here, go back to the bonfire, and continue to kill these until I had 10. It took me quite a while, I think about 40 minutes, and then I had 10.
Welcome back, Blade of the Dark Moon. If mine power be needed, I shall assist thee.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Yes, so now we'll be handing in a few and hopefully be gaining a rank in the Darkmoon Blades Covenant. Yes. I think you need a total of 30, or is it even more than that? I don't have any notes on it at the moment, but I believe you need 10 to level up for the first rank, and maybe then another 20, and then 30, so maybe 60 total. I do not exactly know on the numbers there. But there we are. We gain a Darkmoon Talisman and a Miracle of the Darkmoon Blade. Now, I apologize for no sound here because I was actually listening to music at the time and it is copyrighted, so I do apologize for that. But this is the place I am actually farming souls, because for me, this seems to be the easiest way to gain souls ever, because I believe it's 20 minutes for 50,000 souls, and I think 40 minutes for 100,000 souls. So if you continue to kill those baby skeletons, it should be no problem at all to afford anything you want, but it does take quite a lot of time. And so, I thank you for watching my preparation to become a somewhat proficient PvP player, although I do still need to learn how to use the scythe rather effectively. So, I will see you next time.